Well, hey, good morning, guys. It's a typical October, Sunday morning. We got overcast out there. Um, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going ahead and going forward with a 44 Russian round. And I've already primed this and resized it, so it's all ready to go. The only thing I have to do is flare the necks of the cases. Now I have a Lee universal neck flaring die, just like Cookie has. And so what I'm going to do is we'll just go ahead and go out to the garage and we'll get that going and get these all flared. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small lot of 20 rounds of the 6.0 grains of Unique, and with the Keith 245 grain bullet. I don't know if any of you viewers have been over to the Cookie's channel, but he went and fired this exact same load, and he got excellent results out of that. I mean, kind of onto something about load density with the 44 Russian. You're getting more efficient burning of the powder. It really kind of onto something here, So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try these with 6.0 grains of Unique. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and load these Lee 262 grain bullets, and we'll give those a try. Now I had really good luck with these. These shoot really good. For target use, these are fine. Or if you're gonna shoot a critter that is gonna crawl along around or whatever, and you don't really care. You're not gonna save the pelt or anything like that. You're just out just small game hunting. That would be a hell of a wallop right there to put on them. And I think this little cartridge would fit right into that. So anyway. So we'll get moving here. We'll flare our necks over our cases. We'll get ready to start throwing powder. So I'm going to make up 50 rounds, of loads here. Well, actually 40 rounds. I'm going to try these, and the next step is going to be these. So I might just cut these down to maybe 15 rounds apiece, shoot 15 of these, and then shoot 15 of these, and then shoot 15 of these, all with that same load. And we try 3 different bullets and see how that kind of works out. And then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and move on to the 180 grain. So we're going to go ahead and go with Unique and head on down the road with that. Okay, so be right back. I'm just going to go ahead and flare the necks of the cases, and then we'll get to charging the cases. Well, hey guys, welcome to my reloading bench again. What we're going to do is I've already set up the powder measure here. I've got an RCBS Uniflow powder measure, and I cannot tell you how many tons of powder I've put through this powder measure. It's been an excellent powder measure. I bought it at a garage sale, actually. I even got the stand. I got the stand and I got the powder measure for 15 bucks. That was a good day. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna run a few charges through it and just dump them back in there like this, so we can kind of get the powder to kind of settle down. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get 6.0 on the scale. Yeah, it's a little bit shy. Let's try her again here. One thing we have to remember about pistol cartridges is that getting an exact charge every time. It kind of goes back to what Cookie was saying earlier about case capacity and powder density. Is that's pretty much where the pressure curve is going to happen. And it's actually more about volume than it is about weight. Okay, the weight is important, but the volume and the capacity has to be close, to get good accurate loads. So you can be about a tenth of a grain off there, and it's not going to make any difference. I mean, to sit there and dribble in your loads for pistol is, that's being a little excessive. So we're going to add some more powder here. Okay, that should do it. I really like this metal funnel, because this metal funnel here, it does not clog. It doesn't have any, and it's not sensitive to static electricity. Like I said, it all goes through there. So anyway, let's throw a few more loads now that I went and put all that on top of that. See if that changed anything. Thing is, you're just kind of shaking down the powder right now. See if that changes the load density from the throw. And like I said, about a tenth of a grain there. Let's back her out a little bit. There we go. And we'll go back. The reason why I'm working the powder measure back and forth is, like I said, shaking down the powder. See how we go here. Should be on the money. Boom. Yep, we got it. So I'm going to go with that. As you've seen, we have some room to really move in the direction of powder loads. And we're going to go ahead and flare these necks. By the way, this is the universal Lee expander die. I'd actually suggest anybody out there that deals with cast bullets to get one of these, because you can use it for 22 caliber. You can use it all the way up to 45 caliber. And then you're not stuck with a cast bullet that you can't load into your case because you can't expand the neck of the case enough to get the cast bullet to cooperate and go in there properly. So here we go. That's another thing that's kind of nice about these small cases too, is that you're not going to overcharge them. You're not. It's going to be obvious. Now I'm going to get down to the last powder throw here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that one on the scale and see how that one weighs out. So that'll be our test load. Put this back in there. Pour it in there, boom, and bingo. Doesn't even get better than that, right? So, anyway, like I said, the actual weight of the powder isn't as important as the uniformity of the capacity that you're taking up in the round itself, in the case. It's measured by volume instead of actual weight. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get these loaded. I'm going to go ahead and push these down into the cases. You guys don't need to watch that. That's pretty simple. But what I will do is when we do get up to the 262 grain bullet, we'll go ahead and we'll go through, bullet seating and that sort of thing with it. So anyway, I'm going to get started on this, and we'll take a short break, and we'll come back when we start doing the 262 grain. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we're back in action here, so let's go ahead and get these charged. 6.0 grains of unique. And in these cartridges, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and load the 262 grain lead bullet. We're going to see how that shoots. I'm going to make 15 rounds. I'm going to go ahead and weigh this one, make sure my powder measure is still on. Should be. Bingo. This has actually been a real good powder measure. I know Steve has one just like it. Yeah, his looks about as well used as mine is. One thing that me and Fortune Cookie both agree upon, we've gotten to a stage in our reloading where we want to play with the house money. When it comes to our bullets, I mean, we want to use range recovery lead. We want to get not that we're cheapskates. The bottom line is, there's no sense in going out and spending money on something that you can just go out and get for free. I mean, you can get this, you can get range recovery lead for free, and it shoots just fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I've never had any accuracy issues just because it's range lead. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll start seating these bullets. I'm still waiting on my dies, by the way, for the 44 Russian. As soon as I get that die in, well, then I'll be able to crimp these little guys. And what we want to do is we want to take it right up to where the crimp groove is. Yeah, not there yet. There we go. So this is where the fingernail technique comes in. You can take your fingernail and you can put it in there, and you can actually feel that that's where the crimp groove is, and that should be just the amount of how far up you want to put it into the crimp groove by the thickness of your fingernail. I found that works really good. So let's kind of turn the camera over here. See my viewfinder here. All right. So anyway, we'll get to loading these. I figured 15 rounds of this should be sufficient, to go out there and, test it for accuracy. I only made 10 rounds of these. These are the 245 grain, Keith bullets, because, we already seen on the other video from Cookie's video that they shot extremely well. It's going to be interesting to see how these shoot. Like I said, I've had real good luck with my cast bullets. The little bulldog seems to like them. I'm going to be careful about my powder charging in that gun, though. I'm not going to try to, I'm not going to try to really stretch it too far. As you can see, there was 200 feet per second difference between the 44 Special and the 44 Russian by using the same load in the 44 Russian. I'll just keep on loading here. One thing that I was really disappointed with was the jacketed bullets that I got from Hornady and also the Sierras. When I tried those, and I tried them for accuracy, the best accuracy I could get out of those bullets was mediocre compared to these. I mean, I could get real good target accuracy out of these and the Keith bullets versus the ones that I bought. Even Rick's bullets. Rick's bullets kind of opened up at the end. You know, a lot of this has to do with, you know, bullet design and finding the right load that works well with it, you know. And, you know, that's part of the art of hand loading. I mean, hand loading is something that you do, you know, so you can explore the facets of what you're trying to achieve. And, you know, what you're trying to achieve here is accuracy, and you're trying to get the best load you can for, you know, your pistol or your rifle or whatever, or shotgun. The only way you can do that is by hand loading. I mean, you just can't go down there and buy the stuff off the shelf, so, you know, you have to make it. So anyway, I got 10 rounds of these, 15 rounds of these, and I'm going to hit the books and see about a load that I can make out of Unique for the 180 grain. And I'm going to go ahead and study that. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Well, hey guys, welcome back. And did a little research. I went ahead and checked in the Lyman manual, and I went ahead and, you know, bounced Unique off of the 44 Russian and the 44 Special. There's loadings for both of those in the Cast Bullet Handbook. And I also checked the Hornady manual for the 44 Special and the way that what their charge weight of powder would be in the 44 Special. There is no load data for the 44 Russian, by the way, in the Hornady manual. So we're just kind of going off of what the Lyman manual is. Okay, so the Lyman manual is saying that 5.4 grains of Unique for the 240 grain bullet, and we loaded to 6.0 for the 44 Russian. But we're not firing these in a 44 Russian. We're not firing these in an old antique, you know, number 3 top break Smith & Wesson number 3. We're firing these in modern firearms that are engineered to be shot with the heavier loads, you know, of the 44 Special. At least I will be, because I don't have a 44 Magnum right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and load 6.0 grains, and we're going to be using Aardvark Enterprise. You see that right there? Okay. Make sure you guys can see it. Yeah. All right. Aardvark Enterprise's 180 grain bullet, and we're going to be loading it with the same load, 6.0 grains of Unique. And we're going to see how that's going to work for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load like 15 rounds of these, and I'm going to give these a try. Now what we're getting into right now is we're getting into load density versus bullet weight. And the heavier a bullet is, usually, 99% of the time, you're going to have a more consumed powder burn. And that's because the bullet weighs enough that the powder has to burn more in order to push it out the end of the barrel. So you have charge weight, bullet weight, and barrel length. And so this Unique load may be, now I'm not betting the house on it, may be a little on the slow side for a 180 grain bullet. And we may not be getting efficient powder burns. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that when we go to the range and shoot these and see if we're getting, good powder burns. I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to make 15 of these with 6.0 of Unique. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back over. I'm going to switch powders. I'm going to go to Bullseye. And what we'll be using in bullseyes, we'll be using 4.5 grains of bullseye for a charge weight with this same bullet. And we'll see how that shoots, because I have a feeling that bullseye will burn a little more efficient than unique, because unique is a slower burning powder than bullseye, and it may, we may get better accuracy, we may get more efficient loadings from using bullseye. So that's my suspicion, and that's just something that we're going to have to look at when we go out to the range. So okay, 2 more. Okay, so this last one, we're going to go ahead and throw it on the scale here. Make sure our powder measure is still on. Bingo. I'll tell you what, this Uniflow powder measure, I've never had any problems with it. It just keeps trucking along, man. So anyway, got these 2. These are all empty. Yep. Okay. There we go. By the way, I did treat these bullets. I treated these bullets with Rooster Jacket. I have a high suspicion that if you were to look at the bullet manufacturers, their suede sled bullets, you'll find that they have a waxy coating on them, and there's a lot of guys that will probably say, well, that's some special thing and blah blah blah. And, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I got a feeling what it is just it's Rooster Jacket. I got a feeling that that's exactly what it is. So anyway, here we go. Should be there. Yeah, so there we go. So we'll go ahead and we'll load these up. I'll tell you what, the little 44 Russian really turned out to be a cute little round. If they go perfectly, really, with my 44 Bulldog. I mean, they just slip right in there, and ejection is really nice. I mean, you just go ahead and hit the ejector rod on it, and they all pop out, every one of them. Not a problem. I'm kind of excited to see how these 180 grain bullets are going to work out. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and load. I'm going to go ahead and load another 15, but we'll be using bullseye instead. Okay, so there's our 15 of unique, and our next will be 15 loads with 4.5 grains of bullseye, and we'll see how that works. I'm still waiting for my crimp die, from the 44 Russian die set that I've ordered. So when we come back, we'll go ahead and we'll load some more of the 44 Russian, but we'll be using bullseye instead. I still need to change out the powder measure and set the charge weight and all that stuff, and we'll get set up to do that. So without any more further ado, I think that's what we got today. We'll start another video, and we'll start off with a bullseye and get those loaded. I'll load up these, and with the 180 grain bullets with the bullseye, and what else? I think that's about it. I have those Frontier bullets too, those Hornady Frontier bullets with 180 grain, and I might go ahead and just make 15 rounds of those with the unique before I disband here with the unique, and then move into the bullseye, and then also do 30 rounds of the bullseye with the Hornady the Hornady bullets versus the Aardvark Enterprise bullets. So anyway, until next time, this is Thorzax, and you guys have a good day, and good shooting to you. So bye for now.